What's up you guys, in this video I'm going to show you how you can convert fractions into other types of fractions. So first of all you need to know the different types of fractions and which one we can convert into which type. So for example, we have three types of fractions, that are proper fractions, the second one is improper fraction, and the third one is mixed fractions. We also have other types of fractions such as unit fractions, which means the numerator is 1 in every case. The denominator can be anything like 7 or any other number, but the numerator should always be 1. Such type of fractions are called as unit fractions. And the other type of fraction is the other type of fraction is so basically we need two fractions to call them as like fractions. For example, 2 over 5 and 1 over 5 can be called as like fractions. These both can be called as like fraction because they both have the denominator 5. For like fraction we need the denominator to be the same. So in unit fractions, these are actually proper fractions, but we go deeper and call them as unit fractions because their numerator is 1. Okay, so we don't have to do anything with this to compare our fractions, or basically to convert our fractions. We the our main aim is to make improper fraction into mixed fraction and mixed fraction to improper fraction. We cannot do anything to proper fraction as they are already in their uh, basic form. For example, if I take the proper fraction 1 over, let's say, 8. So this is a proper fraction. For those of you who don't know, a proper fraction is a fraction in which the denominator is less than the denominator. Denominator in this case it is 1, which is less than the denominator, which is 8. So in this case we cannot do anything, or we cannot convert this fraction to any other fraction because it is already in the basic form. However, for a proper fraction like 2 over, let's say, 10, we can convert it into its simplest form, which is let's say these both numbers are divisible by 2 and their HCF is 2, so we get the answer 1 over 5. So we converted a proper fraction again into a proper fraction. So there is no actual conversion happening here. We just converted it into the simplest form, or we can say it lowest form. The actual thing that happens in converting fraction is we have to convert improper fraction into mixed, or mixed fraction into improper fraction. uh, you may know that a proper fraction, if we convert it decimal value, it will be always less than 1. For example, in case of 0.5, its decimal value is 0.2, which will be always less than 1. So remember, in any proper fraction its decimal value is, or will be, always less than 1, because the numerator is less than the denominator, so it will be always less than 1. But in improper fraction, by definition, an improper fraction means the numerator is greater than the denominator. Let's say, for example, 11 over 5. The numerator 11 is greater than the denominator 5. So we call such type of fraction as Improper fraction. So when we were dealing with proper fraction, let's say if I have a pizza and the fraction is 1/4. So the denominator 4 represents how many equal parts uh, has the pizza been cut into, and the numerator 1 represents how many parts are considered, or to say we have. So the pizza was cut into four equal parts. That's why the denominator is 4, and the word equal parts are, and the phrase equal part is very important here, because in any fraction the denominator represents the total number of equal parts that thing, or that thing is being divided into, and the numerator represents how many parts are considered. Okay, so we can easily draw a pizza and cut it into four equal parts, and consider how many parts according to the fraction. But in case of proper fraction, we don't know how many pizzas to draw yet, because a proper fraction, as I said, will be less than, its decimal value will always be less than 1. But in improper fraction, its decimal value will be always greater than 1. Why is that so? Because it is improper fraction, its numerator is greater than denominator. So the um, its decimal value should or always be greater than 1. So to convert improper fraction into mixed fraction, I need to simply divide the numerator by the denominator. So in this case 11 was my numerator and 5 was my denominator. So when I divide it when I divide 11 by 5, I get 2 as the quotient and 1 as the remainder. So to write this as a mixed fraction, I have to I have to I have to write q over here in front of my fraction, which is going to be a whole number, and my fraction goes here, where numerator is my remainder and divisor is the same. So q here is 5, which is quotient, remainder is r, which is 1, and the divisor is 5. Sorry, the q is 2, which was my quotient, remainder is 1, and divisor is 5. So my new fraction is 2 and 1 over 5. We read this as 2 and 1 over 5, which is basically the same as 11 over 5, just we have written it differently. So for, let's say, if I don't know how to convert improper to mixed, and I want to draw my pizzas for this fraction 11 over 5, how can I do it? So as I said, the denominator always represents how many parts or how many equal parts have been, the pizza or the thing has been cut into. So let's say I have been told that the pizza was cut into 5 equal parts. Okay, so how can I draw 5 equal parts in one pizza? Let's say I can do like this. Uh, Let me draw it nicely. So this actually doesn't look like equal parts, but for our understanding sake, we can consider that all these parts are equal. Okay, so how many parts are considered? 11 parts. but I have total 8 slices, and how can I consider 11? That's where improper fraction comes into the place. Mm, if I fill all the 5 parts of this pizza, which is 5 over 5, I get one whole pizza. Okay, so from if I subtract 11 from 5 from 11, I get 6, which means I still need to consider 6 more slices. Okay, 6 more equal slices. So when I need another pizza, and this pizza should also have 5 equal parts, because our fraction has stated that the pizza has been cut into 5 equal parts. Okay, so let's consider 1 2 3 4 5 these as equal parts. And if I consider the parts I was left to consider, uh, the number of part I was left to consider was 6. So from these 5 parts I need to consider all the 5, and I still left with one part. Okay, so I need to draw one more pizza, and here also I need to cut it into 5 equal parts. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and the part I was left with, I can consider uh, any of the 5 parts from this new pizza. So I will consider this one, and the total number of pizza I required to show the fraction 11 over 5 was actually 3 pizzas. Two of them was complete pizzas, in which I required all the slices. Here also I wanted 5 over 5, and here also I wanted 5 over 5. So these two pizzas, if I add them, I get 2 1 plus 1, that is 2 complete pizzas. And the last one, I needed one part of the total 5 parts. So when I convert 11 over 5 into a mixed fraction, I get 2 and 1 over 5. So I read this as 2 and 1 over 5. That means 2 plus a part of the third, which is 1/5. Okay, I hope you got something to know new from this video. And that's it for this video. Hope you found it interesting. Bye.